Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my weekly Scripture for Thought video show. I'm up here in Pearl Street. And near South Street Seaport, where everybody works hard, hustle the right way, and make a down payment on their investments so they can be success on the port. Just on the South Street Seaport. Now, my sermon topic for today to preach about is according to attitude, which person you are, either the fig tree or the mustard tree. Throughout time and space and time, we had two kinds of people. One person that cares for other people and help build people up and be a success along with their people that they help out, or the stuck-up old attitude, arrogant snobs that they think they all too good, and they form a whole foundation of evil people that try to treat people badly because they don't have enough money, or they don't live in a nice environment, or they don't have a nice lifestyle. Now here's one example of the fig tree. One example of the fig tree is in the book of Numbers, with all these stuck-up snob Israelites that got saved by God from Israel. And then there was 250 people, stuck-up old snobby Israelites that had the nerve to confront God and try to prove God is fake. One day Moses and Aaron put all 250 stuck-up old snobby old Israelites together, and they said, "Prove to yourself, God, if you are God." You know what God did? God was angry, and he smashed all of them by a moving wall and have them swallowed up into a mountain, because they was like the fig tree, was stuck up with attitude and snobby. Now here's another example, part two of the mustard seed tree. It's Gideon. Of course, Gideon didn't believe in himself because he was the youngest of the family. But God knew he had strength within him. Then God sent his angels and said to Gideon, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Then Gideon said, "Who am I to be called mighty? I'm the littlest, I'm the youngest of the family. I'm very known." Then the angel said, "God has appointed you to sharpen up your weapons, your harvest weapons, become like forms of weapons, so you can save the people of Israel." One day, Gideon gathered up 1,000 Israelites. Then God said, these are too many people for me to handle. So he had to narrow it down to the people that bend down and lap under the water, and another group of people that pick the water up by the hand and swallow it and look up and down for precaution. You know what God did? God picked the people that pick up the water by their hands and look left and right with caution, and God helped Gideon to have 300 people to overdo the Mnhtn people and have the Mnhtn people subdue under the rule of the Israelites. This is the second example of which people, who are you? Either you are the fig tree or the mustard seed tree. That's another example of the mustard seed tree. A third example of according to your attitude, which person you are, the fig tree or the mustard seed tree. Like Jesus was hungry one day in Jesus' time, and he wanted some fruits from the fig tree, but there was no season for fig trees. Then one day Jesus got angry and said to the fig tree, "May no one bear for you again." And then the fig tree heard Jesus, and the fig tree started with and said, "Hey, why you curse me, Jesus? Why you curse me, Jesus? Why? I don't have time to grow in the season of fruit. Why you curse me, Jesus?" And then Peter, one of Jesus' disciples, saw what happened, and he said to Jesus, "Look, Master, the fig tree you cursed has withered. And then Jesus said, according to the evil people that's like fig trees, he said, look, Peter, have faith in God. If you say to this mountain, go throw itself in the sea, it will obey you. Nothing will be possible for you in prayer. And now, here's another example. Here's another example of the mustard seed tree. There's one of the scripture preaching that Jesus did while he was with his disciples was said the parable of the mustard seed. Even though you pick up this small little mustard seed, it's a small seed that you can handle. But when you plant it in the soil and put water on it, it grow large. It grow large to be a mustard seed tree that the birds will have nests on their perches and have all kinds of fruit, all kinds of mustard seed fruit coming out of the mustard seed tree. See, the mustard seed tree stands for the people that want to help people, that cares about other people, that want to help people better themselves, and help work with them and be a strong positive foundation. Now remember, my conclusion is this. Now, whenever you in any part of the world today, whenever you see a stuck-up, snobby, or attitude person that treats you badly, that's a fig tree person. Or another person that treats you right, treats you nice, and cater to you, and want to help you to better yourself, that's the mustard seed tree people. And that's my conclusion for today. Now, as for in Pearl Street and South Street Seaport, where everybody works hard, hustle the smart way, make a pound statement on their investments, be a success, all of course. As for my weekly Scripture for Thought video show, a Manhattan special, I'm your host, preacher Mnhtn will say, bye-bye, so long, other tap for rap.